Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion, plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. Plus, so far so good, so far so good, so far. Eruka is so good. I have a Judas run today. Last run was ridiculous. 082J GCVL. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really more to say than the last run was actually bonkers. It ended very slightly in the disappointing direction. As a result of that IV bag not doing what I wanted it to do. Oh well. Fuck it. Here we go. Life's good, right? Okay, data miner. Here's the thing with data miner. I'm never going to use it on a room that has enemies. But I will use it to try to cheat the system when it comes to stats. Alright? I owe you one with data miner. With a streak in its infancy is kind of the right time, I think. So, you gotta go, dude. Okay, now you are an interesting case. Go a step higher. He's done it. Small rock. Obviously, you're hoping for like a little something more well-suited to our defensive interests at the present moment, because life is a little bit hellish. But we're getting there. We got that key. I don't know if we can ever get an HP upgrade from data miner. We're going to give it a try regardless here. The fact that we're still alive is a surprise to me. Okay, so we got damage up, shot speed down. This is good. I want you to keep an audit. Not all of you, but somebody in the comments go, I got it, and you keep an audit. Everybody else just enjoy the episode. I only want to waste one person's time beyond my own here. So far, it's been great. So I'm going to, you know, we'll give it a sliding scale. Right now, damage +1, shot speed's irrelevant. So I'm just going to try to keep it, you know, easy enough for my mental RAM to hold at all times. Damage +1. Pretty solid. And no one would be happier to admit that this item is good and I'm wrong than me. Because to add another item to the Zany collection, please. I'm always looking for new candidates. It's very helpful when your run is already good and data miner doesn't take a bad run and suck 1 damage away from it, which oftentimes ends up being miserable. Like, you can't just look at these things in a vacuum. Oh, data miner's good. You should have used it last time. We had like 3 damage, and then it became 2.5, and then our life became hell. So now we got a rate of fire increase and a damage increase, and then we got a rate of fire increase. Oh, right, it makes your tears weird as well. I apologize for not using it on rooms to get, like, the effect out of it, but I really, like, I'm going to throw up on camera. And as much as I accept that, you know, part of the value proposition of doing YouTube is debasing yourself for the amusement of others, that's just a step too far for me. So, I mean, the runes are out of... The guys. Pair throw. Not what we're looking for, but that's okay. We got a crawl space out of this. Crawl space gives us Lazarus rags, which is completely fine. We didn't get the fire rate increase because we got a fire rate decrease. And then we just got a luck decrease, but with the added benefit of great shot speed. So, you know, still we're in the clear, I'd say. Or we're doing better right now. So, smoke this guy. If we can just keep stacking up good stuff, then even if data miner starts to suck, which I would say it's been better than neutral so far, but even if it starts to suck, we can continue to improve our own run and not have to rely on data miner. We can absorb the changes, basically. Now, unfortunately, I took too much damage, and now I won't be able to buy anything in here unless we get the Hierophant or, you know, okay, cool. So we're going to do an angel run. My dream come true. Hashi. If I'd known... I can't use it yet, because we could Ipecac ourselves to death. Just wait a minute. What the fuck? That was ridiculous, dude. They actually froze my brain. There were like 30 spiders there. Alright, tears up, damage down. I don't know. Where are we sitting with data miner right now? That's a great question that I don't have a good answer for. But I'll tell you one thing. I'm getting the fuck out of this floor. Thinking we're doing pretty well, but I'm not totally sure. Now, there's a couple of different conclusions. One is data miner is bad. One is data miner is good. And the third one, and whenever people introduce something like this, I think they're expecting people to be like, you know, the third one. The third one's the one. This is madness. But I'm not necessarily suggesting. I think all are equally plausible and valid explanations here. Maybe it's good if you cash out when you've gotten something that you want. Linger Bean. Should have rerolled, but how are you supposed to know, right? It could be good after we've played and won a little bit. Kind of like a casino situation where you're like, hey, you know, if you put 20 bucks down on red and you win, put 20 bucks down on red, you win again, get out of the casino. You've had a good day, escape, and, you know, leave thinking that the casino is a good thing. If we never give Data Miner a chance to be bad after it does great things for us, we would leave with a pretty positive feeling about this item. So, right now I'd say we're about even because we've had a damage up, and, well, we're actually like 1 tier's upgrade ahead of the curve for the opportunity cost of holding a spacebar item, which I think at the present moment is 0 because we haven't had any other spacebar items show up that we're interested in, I think. Luck up, speed down. That's actually horrible. At least we got a stat we like, but the speed downgrade is horrendous. And I don't think there's anything to stop it from going even lower, so this is, yeah, I was gonna say, if we could shoot the whoop here, here's where the opportunity cost actually starts to play a role, but the results of this run matters less to me than the methodology that we used to do it. I'm not merely doing a data miner run because of a sense of obligation. I'm also doing it because I think that there's a chance that it could be good. Especially if we use our heads and don't just use it indiscriminately, there might be a way out. It's kind of like experimental treatment. You know, experimental treatment does have the potential to be bad, but we still take it. Now, what's the value of experimental treatment? Statically, no matter what, it gives you a chance at spun, unless you're playing anti-birth. So, there we go. Tiers down, damage up. Probably this ends up being a net negative for us, but I'm going to treat it more like a wash. We had a stats up in an area we like and a stats down in an area we like. Could be worse. Anyway, keep moving on here. But the other reason I'm doing this is because I think it's going to be entertaining to begin with. Now, if we get like a red candle or something in here, it is going to be against every instinct in my body to take data miner moving forward. Because the run is still okay, even with 0.6 speed. We just need, well, we need to not get screwed, basically. And we're fairly well equipped to avoid that screw right now, but, you know, what if we don't even need to get another speed downgrade? What if we just get DPS downgrades, and then we can't kill enemies that charge at us at the speed that we're killing them right now? You know, it creates an issue. So we do want the trinket. And the moon card is okay. We got fanny pack, which is at best fine. I think we want this. Speed up. I don't know what I'm looking at anymore. Please free me from this prison. I wanted the battery charge, honestly. We could go to boss rush. What is up with the spiders? It's madness. Don't you attack me with your paw. Don't you attack me with your paw. Well, again, we have a chance at boss rush. So, we'll see how life, you know, life comes at you fast. We'll see how it works out for us here. Thank you, little Hashi. That was, like, you're doing great work up there. Much appreciate the support. So one thing I want to, I mean, I don't need to suss it out. Someone should just tell me. And that this is not me being anti-knowledge or like research or, you know, independent thought. Rather, it's just like, if you can figure it out, I'm not going to do it on the fly because it's going to lead to the world's most boring video. So if you would like to tell me if you looked at an average roll, like take all of the array of possible outcomes, scale them by probability, and then tell me what the average roll is like with a with data miner. Because here's the thing: if the average roll is bad, then most of the time, and it's not like the D100, because you know maybe the average D100 roll is bad, but one roll can save you. These are additive effects. Speed down, damage up. I'm going to count that as a wash, but it's not a wash right now. Could be a wash in a different situation. If the average roll is bad, we want to roll as little as possible to get just like our head above water. Get like 1 stat increase and then kick the item to the curb, never to be heard from again. If the item has an average roll that's good, if we can, you know, find or create a room with 70 batteries in it, we want to use all 70 of those batteries, you know? And if the average roll is neutral, then we can kind of straddle the line depending on how the situation looks, I guess, but... Old bandage is calling. That's not too bad. As of right now, I think now I am going to say the shoop to whoop would have been better. But that's not to say that there wasn't a moment on this run where it wasn't the right call to take data miner. Because we were up on our first 2 rolls. We could have been up on our first 2 rolls, never touched it again, and then taken shoop to whoop with us. That might have been the right call. But, I mean, we don't have anything to really worry about right now. All consumables on the ground get rerolled. Fuck it, dude. Go for it, dude. Dude, see if I freaking care. Go. Okay, here we go. I think we're too slow to have a chance at boss rush, even though we're on... Oh, I shouldn't have picked that up yet. Even though we're on pace now. Because what I was about to say is let's use that moon card. But obviously that's not going to be doable here. Oh, data miner's ready. Lockdown, tears up. We might actually be ahead of the curve right now on data miner. Now, the downside, in case you're like, you know, it's a perfect 10, is our speed has gone down to 0.6, which is suboptimal. Hellish, worse than Maggie. There's a few different possible terms you could use to describe this. Ain't no doubt about it. Help me, please. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Let's do it. Range up, shot speed down. Luck up, range down. These are highly, who cares? But the luck is worth something, at least. What I'm waiting for here is something that gives us the safety to continue to data mine. And I gotta admit, I think I gave this item a bad rap. Now that I'm using it more often, I'm like, I still don't necessarily like it, but I don't think it's horrible. And it's certainly not unfun. Although, I do think you could make that argument fairly easily. Guppy's Paw. Lord of the Pit. It's a tough call. Whether or not this was, in any sense of the word, the right thing to do. Compost. Compost, again, might be the right call as well, but we're not going to worry about that too much in this situation. What I'm looking for is, like, something so high damage, or so amazingly good defensively. Our speed was weird. It went up with the speed down, but it said it went down? No, oh, you know what? Lord of the Pit gives us a speed upgrade, so that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, we're not doing too much with our Golden Horseshoe, or sorry, with our Bloody Penny right now, but I still think we'd rather have it than Golden Horseshoe for the future. I want something that's just so good that even if we roll shitty, we're gonna be fine. So we get luck up, tears down. I mean, you can see we're doing a lot of, like, bouncing back and forth here. There's nothing wrong with it. Static luck upgrade is good. You might be saying, like, you know, you've got stat increases overall. To that I say, excuse me, sir, are you alright? Are you feeling okay? Yeah, of course we got stat upgrades. We've been picking up an item every single floor, okay? We've been picking up lucky pennies. We've got pills that have been, you know, at least... I don't think we've had any stat upgrade pills, but the possibility exists. Of course we should have stat upgrades. It's a meaningless one right there. That doesn't mean that every stat upgrade is data miner's benefit. You can't just look at the net gain versus the net loss. You gotta, you know, you gotta attribute it to the proper sources. Straw man that I invented in my head right there. He's a straw man created in my head. His sole purpose is to be argued against. He's a straw man. Well, really hoping we don't get a deal with the devil here, but there's no way to will that into existence without basically killing ourselves. If we don't fight to the death, he will kill us both. Damage down, range up. That one stings the most, I think. Okay, keep this guy moving. See if you can get him trapped. Oh my god, the bomb reversed the polarity of my little hush. You see my play. Not gonna catch him there. That's fine. Might be more trouble than it's worth, but I mean, it's working. That he took no damage there, excuse me. See, this is what I'm talking about. That's when you know that somebody up there likes you. Dang, we did get a deal. But we also got an all-stats upgrade. We could trade that in for 3 Spirit Hearts, thanks to Guppy's Paw, but I don't think we want to. Because if we do that, we will, unfortunately, not have any use out of Bloody Penny. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. We're about a minute behind schedule for boss rush purposes, but not as bad as it used to be. We are still waiting on the, you know, the killer app, for lack of a better word. We got okay stats, and they're not any better than that. Don't get tricked, you know. So they say, oh, what's he complaining about? He's got 8 rate of fire. I'm complaining because 8 rate of fire is good for the first floor. And it's good if you got, you know, Ipecac, Monstro's Lung. But it's not good if you've got like an average amount of damage, which I think we're probably just like slightly above average for this point in the game, maybe even around average. People, I think, sometimes have a tendency to look at stats and compare them to the starting stats of a run. That doesn't make it good. You got to compare it to other runs that it would be at this point in time. At this point in time. Please give me Cricket's head. Guppy's head is great. It's a great item and certainly amps up the opportunity cost for holding Data Miner. However, if we become Guppy, we can mine to our heart's fucking content and probably never have to be concerned about it whatsoever. Okay, you're gonna need to go. Yeah, I know, but like, you need to die, though, is the thing, so thank you. Didn't beat the deal, or didn't get the odds, I should say. Good stuff. You know, I kind of feel like I'm gonna use Guppy's head for the rest of this floor, because it's good, and Data Miner is kind of... the sheen is wearing off a little bit. I could use, like, a floor vacation from Data Miner. And overall, has it been good or bad for us in this run? I think it's been bad. There's no need to get more invested. I know people are going to be like, please, Data Miner, have good rolls. I want NL to like it. I use items I don't like all the time. All the time. I got nothing against, you know, if I ever see Data Miner, right now my expectation is that I would treat it like experimental treatment. Give it a roll nonetheless, right? Rarely will I stay away from experimental treatment unless one stat is already in the we're fucked range. I wish that there was some kind of, like, extra benefit to Data Miner. Like, perhaps we could get... if you got both pickaxes, you became, like, Spelunky Man and you got unlimited bombs or something like that. I don't know. These are just... I'm throwing out ideas that... they haven't gone through the QA process. Let's put it that way. I still kind of like the idea of Bloody Penny, like, keeping us alive, so I'm gonna stick with this for now. I recognize we don't have that right. There was an Eternal Heart that spawned back there. I don't know how that happened, but it was worth going back for. I must have just missed it. I bet it was spawned right at the door. It was probably Fanny Pack on the way out, I guess. Okay, please God. What that was? See, that was a great floor. It's really like, without Data Miner, it seems like this run is actually fairly good. Smelter. When I get to the bottom, I go back to the top of the right. Trinket smelter. Don't want me to smelt you? We don't need to. Well, we do need to buy the battery charge because we're going to take Data Miner. Give me the curve torn. I may be a streamer, but I ain't no speed runner. Trinket smelter. You see, that's Helter Skelter by the Beatles, to the tune of, well, the song is called Trinket Smelter now, as far as I'm concerned. Do you want me to fight, Mom? Okay, you got second secret room. Okay, yeah, sure, all right. Goodbye, Guppy said. You've been a wonderful friend and companion on this floor, but duty calls, buddy. Duty calls. Curse of the Maze is mostly just a mild inconvenience. I found pills. G-lie, B-lie, I found pills. Please, NL, never do that again. See, we have fanny packs, so, like, I gotta go balls to the wall here. Plus, not to mention, having a fucking... No! Okay, good. Having a fucking speed upgrade from Blood Bag would be worth a lot. The HP could be worth something, but the speed upgrade could save the world, man. Karma. Why not, right? Okay, luck up for the cost of a fire rate decrease. It's tough. It's not that bad. Certainly it's hard to be sad about it, but it's hard to be thrilled as well. Sure, thank you. X-Lax. No commentary for that one game. So obviously boss rush is not going to happen. I'm just telling you straight up, if we win this run, you data miner apologists. As of right now, you cannot look to this and go, see? This is a run that we are winning in spite of data miner, not because of it. I don't have a grudge for data miner. Again, I like that it's got a little zane associated with it. I like it's got a little edge. However, is it good? So far, I'm thinking like it's pretty actually awful, but well, that was not a smart play. But hey, we can start to replenish our HP, maybe. We're getting a lot of consumables out of this thing. Red chests, please. Stone chests are also fine. Yeah, okay. Chew them up, please. I mean, the problem is I never want to stop firing, but I, like, really want Little Hush to hit that spot on the screen. But it seems like that's never going to happen. We get Mega Fatty next, or, like, Loki? Oh. Good shot. Good shot. Good shot. Good shot. I actually pushed him away from my own dude here. Thank you, Bloody Penny, though. Much appreciated in that department. Okay, so what do? Comes a little laborious. Isn't it fun to watch me come back and play this blood bank? Well, you know what you got to thank for that? You got to thank Data Miner for that because of all the speed downgrades. Now I feel like we're under an obligation to try to get a speed upgrade here. Trying to tell the Zane Master how to zane it up. Sometimes a direct zany item leads to an indirect zany decrease. This item is so much superficial zaniness, it's actually leaching zaniness out of the groundwater. I've turned on it. That's okay, though. You know what? How many runs have we had Guppy's head on? About 15,000. Get a range upgrade for a damage decrease. Wow, what a trade. Love it. Didn't need to pick that up yet. See, this game's tilting me, dude. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it happen. I'm begging you, man. I mean, I appreciate that you put me at 69 cents. That's a super bro move, but could you perhaps as well also, you know, like, hook me up with the blood? I'll even take the IV bag at this point. Just, like, work with me, man. He ain't heavy, man. He's my brother. Well, we're going to continue to do this and then just complain because it makes me feel good. We do have 2 IV bags, so... Or 2 Eternal Hearts, so, you know, there's a heart container filled. Nothing wrong with that. That's a positive. I don't know where... I guess Fanny Pack is spawning it, but it kind of looks like the Leech is spawning it. Lovely. Playing it for more luck upgrades. We're playing for many reasons right now. And it's done. Dude, that's sick. Okay, we got a speed upgrade out of it. I love it. Now, that only took about 7 minutes, so no problems, really. Extra HP for a potential deal with the devil as well, though, so... Again, Although it might seem like I'm just being a whiny baby, I do feel like I'm still not convinced this item is zany. Even though I said earlier it's got an implicit zane. I take it back. You know, the zane badge of zaneness no longer applies to this item. It's under review. I'm sorry. You're in zane probation right now, data miner. You got a chance to get yourself out of this, but you gotta prove that you've earned it. You gotta zane me up a little bit here. Why don't you zane me up? Data miner, you are a fan favorite. For reasons I can't really comprehend. Except they want to see all my runs end. They are my friends. Well, that's not necessarily true. Speed up, damage down. Our damage is actually, like, very low relative to where it used to be. We were at 8 on, like, the second floor, and I was singing its praises. So, you know, we fell victim to the gambler's fallacy, man. Actually, the gambler's fallacy, I believe, is, you know, a win is coming up. Like, we've lost so much, we can win now. Like, we're more likely to win than lose. We just fell victim to bad statistical IQ. Nothing there. I want to be out of here. Can you do that for me? Give me, if at this point, like, you're lucky. I hope you're enjoying the video, but it might sound like I'm being antagonistic to you, but it's not my intention. You know, it's just to drum up a little bit of, I'm minding it for humor's sake is what I'm trying to say, I guess. But what I will say is we're all lucky, I suppose, that I got the items that would have been a great replacement for this earlier on a run instead of getting them now, because if I got them now, we would be out of here with Guppy's head or Shoop the Whoop in a fucking heartbeat. Plan C with Lazarus Rags actually makes sense, but we're not going to fight Delirium, because we're not going to fight Hush, or at least we're not going to be guaranteed to fight Delirium. So one day that run will happen, not today. Probably. Harrison forward. We need something, dude. Like, we're one item away from Guppy. Guppy is the eternal savior. Like, I've played fine on this run, and I'm not my own worst critic, but I'm up there. I've taken some damage, but I think it's acceptable to take damage when you got no fucking damage you're doing yourself. The run is actually charted downwards recently. Oh, yeah, okay, now. Too bad we didn't have Nun's Habit when we played this blood bag. Or we played this blood bank, I should say. Could have gotten Infinity Data Miner plays. Oh, God, what are you doing? I tried it. Couldn't zane it. I just want to get back to being, oh, baby, back into the man I used to be. Before Data Miner screwed me. Okay, that's good, that's good. We won on that one. Rate of fire increase, and only at the cost of having halved our damage over the past 2 or 3 floors. We can fly. Data Miner doesn't get credit for that, but you're not wrong. We can fly. Batteries? I don't know. We can give it a shot. Why not, right? We got the Sun card. There was a point on this run where it almost seemed like we might be able to get to boss rush. We must have been out of our fucking minds. Okay, please land on top of Little Hush. He got moved? I got hit? Cadillac Fairview doesn't want me in? Please. Oh, we got a deal. If there is a good lord above, this will be Guppy. Sack Dagger is also fine. So here's okay, the speed up is great and the range up is meaningless. So that's awesome. Or range down is meaningless. Here's a little bon mot. What am I gonna do now? Well, I'm gonna do just about the zaniest thing I could possibly imagine. I'm gonna kill every enemy with Sack Dagger because Data Miner has leached off all of our DPS. So again, what a zany item we've had. Now I'm not trying to make enemies of you, chat. Don't get me wrong. All I'm trying to do is, you know, I'm trying to vent. Not even about the last Data Miner run, but that I probably, I mean, definitely overcommitted to Data Miner on this one. So what's my future MO gonna be moving forwards? If you can afford to take a loss, play Data Miner once, maybe even more than once if you've got the insulation to handle it, right? But that's not even like, it's not a double entendre. I actually mean like if you're insulated to potentially taking a lot of dumb stat decreases, then by all means. But I think that this is, I think I am inclined to say I'm gonna put the evil on this item. This is an item that is actually capital B bad, and I've given it a chance. Does that mean that I'll be avoiding using it? Absolutely not. At this point, our fates are so intertwined, I can't afford to stop using it. And I will admit, if I die, certainly much more likely right now to be a result of running into enemies than of using Data Miner, but they're not so different, to be honest. Okay, speed keeps going up. It's actually not bad. Could win by 1 HP, so very invested in actually looking for tinted rocks here. You can't see my eyes. If you could, you'd see the size of the flame. That is a mimic. It's a very, very subtle mimic. I don't know why that one in particular seems subtle, but speed down, shot speed up. That's the other thing, is there's so many roles of the Data Miner that are just like completely innocuous. Shot speed up, range down. Who cares, dude? There were, I guess, it's not really fair to say who cares. There are some situations in which that'll be somewhat relevant. But, most of the time, that's going to be a wasted charge. Wasted charges can be, you know, good from a gameplay standpoint. In terms of balance or something, but still. Now, you're going to say, you get the pony here, why not take it? You know, no, you don't get to tell me what to do, okay? I'm going to take the Data Miner to the fucking end. Because I've already done so much shit with it this far. I might as well ride it and get the credit for having won a run with it. Then nobody can tell me, oh, you weren't using it right. You didn't give it a chance. If you just, I've played the seed. If you went through 375 rolls, it would have given you a +1 damage upgrade cumulatively over the course of the entire run. You just bad at Isaac. Yeah, well, do you think I'm bad at Isaac? How do you feel about this? I am crushing your heads with sacrificial dagger. Okay. Mine it up, buddy. Again, you know, I actually, if there's one really, really not backhanded compliment I want to give about Data Miner, it's been good for our luck. And luck is not unimportant. So what am I looking for here? I mean, I guess we should just play it to begin with, but we can get so many Data Miner plays out of this. That's so stupid. I guess we can, you know, we want Polaroid invincibility, so we can take advantage of that. Blood Bag would also be a nice get. Child's Heart, maybe? I don't know. You know what? We should actually get the Data Miner play. Okay, more luck. More luck. Is this how it's gonna save me? It's gonna give me the luck that I've always never known that I ever wanted? IV Bag. I mean, even still, like, IV Bag is worth throwing down on until it stops being useful. Are we really just mining this for luck upgrades? Is this where our life has gone? The answer to that question is sadly a resounding yes, but alright, get the hell out of here. You did your part. We don't want IV Bag at all, but I don't think we want IV bag at all. We could use it to get into that curse room, become Guppy, and win the game. So let's do that. That seems smart. Half a heart. I mean, there's a full heart here, right? Yes. Alright, so yeah. Take IV bag. We're gonna get out, or we're gonna get in for free anyway. But this would be just a lovely get. Pandora's box over data miner? I'm taking data miner to the fucking end, okay? Yeah, sure, the Bible. Whatever. I don't care at this point. You've missed your chance, mister. I'm taking this run. It's like I'm chained to a prisoner. And, you know, the plane's going down or something like that. The prisoner's like, well, we could both live if you cut us out of these handcuffs. No, you don't. I'm doing my fucking job. My job is to win this run with data miner. And that way I can at least be smug about it in the future. If we get rid of it now, it's a half measure, dude. It's a half measure. Bombs are key. Who cares? Who gives a fucking shake of a lamb's glands, you know? Oh, we're Guppy. Suck my dick, data miner. Even this is still not that good. But it's good enough. And that's what matters, dude. That's what fucking matters. Okay. Get out of here. Get some flies generated. Get yourself a something something, buddy. This is one of the most anemic runs I've done in, like, my entire Isaac career, I think. It actually... Like, if you drew it... Speed up, thank you. If you drew this run on a graph, and you had its strength mapped over time, until we got Guppy, I think it peaked on the Caves 1, which is, like, unfathomable. It makes almost no mathematical sense unless you have an item like this, so... or the D100, I guess, but... man, what a world. Okay, so this is an item that exists in the Binding of Isaac now. And we gotta... We're all better as a result of it, somehow. I know I'm coming over the top. I'm being kind of a jerk to data miner. I don't want to hurt data miner's feelings, you know? Even if it is an item that's put in the game exclusively to, you know, make fun of the people who found the secrets in the ARG. I don't know. It's probably more good-natured than that, but I should be the bigger man about this item. This item is gonna be with us on a win. So, what can I say? You know, it's nice. We actually got a luck downgrade there. First of all, how dare you? By the way, I'm still gonna use Sack Dagger fairly frequently here. The reasoning is Sack Dagger actually kills enemies reliably, whereas, you know, being Guppy is doing good work. I'm happy to be Guppy. Don't ever get me twisted on that one. But it's not that good of a Guppy run. I appreciate it more than, you know, more than I'm letting on right now probably, but still. The other thing that's extremely positive about this run right now, if I may pull back the veil of cynicism, is that we're actually borderline unkillable. Now that we have, okay, well that is a little scary, but now that we actually have some, well, a lot of HP, we were on 0 for a long time, but now that we have a lot of red hearts, we... with our good luck and our bloody penny, have the ability to generate a lot of red hearts in return. I mean, you know, it's possible that, you know, even the IV bag would be like a good get for us. But in the meantime, I'm just happy we're in the position that we're in right now. The more the merrier as far as HP goes, I suppose, and we'll try to stay on a half heart whenever possible. That hasn't been that was very dumb. It hasn't been too relevant of an Isaac strategy for quite some time. Normally, permanent Polaroid invincibility doesn't end up being the difference maker. But it's useful to have, in case it would be this time. So, at this point, a curse room, you know, it's dead to me. It's already done what it needed to do. Thank you for your support. Now we're going to save our HP so we don't die. I mean, we should go back for that. Like, as much as I would love to skip it, we're not strong enough to skip it. I'm certainly lazy enough. That's never been a problem for me, but I'm not strong enough to skip a full red heart. Please don't explode. By the way, recognize that our red heart is in danger, or eternal heart, I should say, is in danger right now, but as long as we have Are You a Wizard, I don't really give a shit about an eternal heart as much as I give a shit about actually being able to hit enemies without hating my life. Hematemesis. Actually very useful, again, at staving off death and destruction, so we'll save Hematemesis. Now that we know it exists, we can use it with some efficacy as opposed to just being like, oh crap, we're gonna die. We've done it. Oh, it makes me want to throw up. Okay. Not out of disgust, just out of literal nausea. I want to be clear. I might not be the biggest fan of the item. Does it make me vomit? No. Or does me not being a fan of it make me vomit? No, just the sheer visual effect of it to begin with. We're actually kind of balling on this run. This is about how strong I would expect to be on, like, the average Womb 1. And that's not me really throwing shade. The Cathedral is harder than the Womb 1, but not to the point where it's like, you know, we got no chance if we're just strong enough for the Womb 1. Like, this run's now it's got some teeth, which we lacked for a long, long time, so that one was just a stats downgrade. that really hurts, man. You think this could be our secret room? It wasn't. Okay, let's do this. Ideally, we don't take damage against Isaac, but in the whole scheme of things, if we lose the Eternal Heart, like, we're probably... let me put it this way. We're either going to be fine or we're going to be fucked either way. So, the odds of that specific Eternal Heart making a difference are enough to care about, but not enough to get, like, too mad about if the situation goes sour. I think we're going to get out of it just fine, but it'd be very helpful if we can get one last Bob's Brain Shot to land. Okay, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Alright, problem solved. Down to the next floor. 7 red hearts. Hello, Ruka. And good items. Would you? Would you dance? If I asked you to dance. Here's the deal. I mean, we got 9 luck. We're now immune to explosions as well. What do we got here? We got to speed up, so it's not Taurus, I think. I want to go to these rooms and get more items. And I want to try to make this work. But yeah, I'm going to fight Mega Satan. Because you know why? For people who don't see this run and ask me why I hate Data Miner, I can be like, well, I had the Mega Satan run that I won with it, but I think the Data Miner is just a little overrated. If you look at the average variance for a single roll that I derived myself and not by asking people, you can see here it's kind of shitty. So Roid Rage, I mean, is at least one step closer to Spun, and I'm about to break. Able, dude. Now that's an item. Okay, so just a 1 damage downgrade because fuck me, I guess. I mean, it's not like me and this item are necessarily fast friends. You know, I have been insulting it for pretty much the entirety of the episode, so I can sort of understand why it would take the position of fuck this guy, but at the same time, it's a little bit petty. There you go, another damage downgrade. How's your Data Miner working out now? They're real and they're spectacular. Appreciate the HP, though. Well, you see, when I said Data Miner was good, I didn't mean it was good. I just meant you should find out for yourself that it's bad. Is that what you're saying right now? Well, I've done it. I've done my due diligence, and god damn it, I'm happy I did. Because I learned to love myself, if nothing else, on this run. Can you say the same? They're like, that's it. He's finally actually lost it. Wheel in the YouTuber straitjacket. Another one's gone over the edge. Nah. I'm fairly on the level, I think. Just a little silly. It is nice to have a host hat. Not just for bomb immunity, but primarily for bomb immunity. And of course we have this. Hematemesis is not a guaranteed win, but it's a huge help. More items, please. Hive Mind. Can we even get Hive? I doubt we can even get Hive Mind, but Saki it to me anyway. I hate to say it. What's the star of the show? Well, Data Miner actually did something good for us there, but it's Sack Dagger. You know, it's not really that, don't say novel. Filled with novelty to, have a run that wins because of Sack Dagger. And Lord knows, a few times on this run, would have loved to have used basically anything else. Guppy is a huge help as well, don't get me wrong. But it definitely was not Data Miner, so we're not going to that room. Leech, chew him up, give me the red hearts. Throw away the fucking key. Thank you. I mean, we're getting some okay upgrades down here. We actually might be able to finagle a deal with the devil, weirdly enough. Although we'd have to get to all the secret rooms first. Do I really care? Oh, Eden's Blessing. My sweet. Thank you. I really should care. It's hard to. Because the run didn't care about me. But we're going to try anyway. Because, you know, I want to be the bigger man here. This might actually, by the way, just teleport us inside of the Mega Satan fight. If that happens, that's not my intention. But if it happens, it happens. So I'm going to grab this. Goodbye, Data Miner. You've been a lovely choice. My pleasure as always. Now, Flies, doing really well. Eden's Blessing is an item that I don't think we get that often on random runs, as weird as that is to say. So we're going to start with a random extra item on whatever character we play as next time. There's all sorts of cool, you know, theory-crafted options we can get there. I really, really like Eden's Blessing. I think it's one of the coolest items in the game. Anything that, like, it's the only item in the game, to the best of my knowledge, that affects your next run. And it can affect it almost always for the better, but sometimes for the worse, which is also neat, because it gives you no choice in the matter. Alright, you have been dusted accordingly. Little Brim, finally. Damage. The Dream. Reluctantly crouched at the starting line. Watch out. I actually thought that guy was on our side. What is this pill? It looks good. Bombs are key. Nah. Okay, so our next teleportation, we've been to the secret room, we've been to the second secret room. This teleportation will take us either into the deal with the devil or into the Mega Satan fight. If it takes us into the Mega Satan fight, so be it. We're ready. We're not going to get any better than this. But we have to move on. Hopefully we get the deal with the devil, and it's great. No, not. Sorry. What? We've been... There's 2 secret rooms because we smelted the moon card. Oh, cruel mistress. And we got no battery charges, so... Here we are. Get the fuck out of town. Now, we could have hurt ourselves multiple times if we want to get into, like, supreme zaniness at the expense of my own sanity. We could have hurt ourselves many times, reduced our chances of winning, and then gotten the teleportation to the deal with the devil, out of, or at least into the Mega Satan fight, out of the golden teleporter. I would describe this as applied idiocy to the 3rd degree, That's my way of saying I don't think it's a good idea. But if you can do it and make the run work, applied idiocy is basically my bag. Like, that's what I like to do with my life and with my recreational time as well. So thank you, Old Bandage, for continuing to give a shit about this run. Probably thank you, Luckstat, for helping out in that department as well. Just hit me, dude. Fucking torch me. I don't give a shit. This body is just a husk, man. Hook me up. Give me as many pennies as you freaking can. If you kill me, I will become more powerful than you could possibly imagine. Or something. Land it! He didn't land it, but he pretty much crushed this dude, so no harm, no foul. Freeze, please. I would really prefer to not use hematemesis. Well, to not have to use hematemesis. So, so far so good. We've been much more aggressive than we should be. But not in any way that, as of right now, is going to have like an appreciable cost associated with it, thankfully. Don't shoot at me. Don't shoot at me. Don't shoot at me. The flies are going to end your life. The flies are going to end your life, buddy. I told you. I told you, okay. Wow, 50-minute run. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a fun time. It's a fun time. I mean, it's actually slow torture. Take it easy. Yo, Little Hush. You're doing great work here as a blocker, dude. Thanks for your help. Can still get hit from behind, but this gives us a decent leg up on the competition, I think. Alright, that run's, like, I was gonna say sucked, but it's actually worse than that. That was hell. Data miner, it's a one-time use only as far as I'm concerned. If you win, good. If you lose, at least you're getting rid of it. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. I'll be happier next time.